my name is Peggy Schooning and I'm the artist, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about this piece of work. It is a diptych, and no, I didn't just call you a name. A diptych is a series of two pieces that go together. So in this pieces, these are each framed with silver on the side, but I've covered it for the front so that you only see the black on the edges. But if you looked at the side, you'd see silver. On this, these are meant to go together because I have the same family of slate working within each of these pieces. And within this family of slate, it may not be the direct, exact piece of slate working all as one, but I've got the same colors, the same directions going on, and a mimicking of the replication of the dark lines. So what I want to point out to you on this is that I really love to listen to the material on pieces like this. And on this piece of material, what really caught my eye first when I was looking at the larger pieces and what they displayed is I loved the color that I was seeing. And I really wanted to capture the darkness and the lightness and the orangish, almost coffee-like effect of this. And then we also have the grays to the warm browns. So what I did was I used small T, hand-cut glass, which is made in Italy or Mexico. Cut it with my hammer and Hardy, and I used dark small T and tried to replicate it where the darkness was, and started to cool it down. So you'll see the darkest shade, and then I get into some lighter shades where the colors of the slate get lighter. And then lighter still, so as your eyes are moving around this piece, you're also going to see a movement of how the colors change to enhance where you see the color change or the darkness and lightness of the subtle browns in this piece. Also, what I wanted to do is I wanted to replicate the color of the slate in the little slivers of slate. So with each of these slivers of slate, you'll see that I have cut them with a wet saw, and I'm showing that cut edge. So instead of a broken off piece of slate, which sometimes I use in my pieces, these have like a sharper edge. And so more of a linear, repetitive motion to them to help you move from one to the next. And with that repetitive motion, there are places in here where you get to breathe a little bit, where I have a larger amount of space here. I've got probably the largest amount of space in separating my slivers of slate there, and I continue into up here and here, and here's the other space. So there are places where your eyes are going to be able to focus in a little bit more and just kind of rest. This piece, actually, I have called it something maybe like rebuilding, but as I'm talking about it and looking at it, words are not always the first things that come to mind in my life. I think of images of things. And I think of these two pieces. I think I'm going to actually rename it right now, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. This piece may need to be called Sisters, because what I see with each of these pieces is one doesn't really work without the other. You've got this kind of conversation going on with, hey, this is the same color here, but let me hear what you have to say. So it's sort of kind of a communication back and forth, and almost like a twinship of likenesses and differences within the piece. So tell me what your thoughts are on this. Should I name this the Sisters Diptych?